Wonderful. Hello, everybody, and welcome
Hi.
to the My Maastricht webinar. This is the third webinar that we are doing. The information hasn't changed. The jokes might change, but you never know. Might keep the same jokes because they've been making me laugh the whole time. So yeah, My Maastricht is a foundation helping international students settle into the city. We're going to run through a bunch of things today. But yeah, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Grace, I'm 22 years old, I just finished my bachelor's in biomedical science here in Maastricht, and I am the content editor for My Maastricht, and I've been doing the job for 2 years. And here's my colleague and hair buddy, Fran. We have exactly the same hair. If you can't tell us apart,
it's okay, no one can.
You're doing the same job anyway.
Literally. So I'm Fran, I'm 20 years old, I'm a second year ELS student. I'm Grace's hair buddy, and I am also person who's stealing her job as well as her hairstyle. So yeah,
Fran is taking over as the content coordinator, which is very exciting. I'm very excited about this one. But yeah, so today we would love to be in front of you as we usually are in the introduction days. We would love to be able to see all your lovely faces, but instead you are behind a camera, which means we can't judge you for being in your pajamas as much as we would like to be in our
pajamas at 6 in the afternoon.
Do you not? Yeah, good for you. You are defying social conventions. Well done. So yeah, this is all on Zoom. You can see our PowerPoint behind us. There's us two here. There's also Thomas, who's hiding behind the camera because he doesn't want to be seen. And Thomas will be answering some of your questions as we go through. So in the bottom of your screen, you should be able to see a little Q&A button. If you type something in down there, Thomas can see it, and if he thinks it's worth us answering, he'll shout out to us, and we'll do our best. Please keep your questions kind of general. We are not here for your super specific questions because this is live to a load of people. I'm also going to record it and put it on Facebook later as well. It's actually being live streamed to Facebook. So don't give us your personal details and expect us to answer your questions.
And we're not doing coronavirus related questions as well. Yeah. Just about moving here, settling in Maastricht.
Yeah. We don't know what your faculties are doing for coronavirus. That is, the university knows more about that than we do. So yeah, cool, let's go. So what is My Maastricht?
So we're a foundation, a website, started in 2015. We collaborate with the municipality, with and with Zoid, University of Applied Sciences. And basically we're just here to answer all your questions about getting settled in Maastricht, basically finding your feet in the city, all the sort of confusing things when you move here as a new student, and we're here to solve them.
Anything from registering with the municipality, the local government, to student priorities like finding the best cheap drinks in town. We are both students. We understand your struggles.
We've been there.
We have been there. We are your cool older sisters, or wine aunts, as one of our team members refer to us as. We are here. We've made the mistakes. We have been there, got drunk, got the t-shirt, and we are here to help you avoid the mistakes, or at least go in and make the mistakes with more knowledge than you would have had originally.
Or make new ones and then get this job and then
precisely. We are here to help you. We're your cool older sisters. We will help you get registered. So yeah, housing.
So we hope you've already found housing. We're not really gonna address that if you're here by now. Hopefully you have a place to live in. But if you do have a place to live in and you are having issues, we recommend that you go to the 13 Limburg, I never get that, for all your legal advice. If you have issues with your landlord, with your housemates, with your contract, anything, you can ask your questions to them. And if you do not have housing, we would also recommend Maastricht Housing. The logo is up there.
Yeah.
They're really good and really easy, and they work with the university. So really official, you're not going to get scammed.
No scams, always a good thing. Don't get scammed. Spend your money on beer instead of scam people. So yeah. Registering with the municipality. This is the most important thing you can do when you get here, because it makes your life a load easier, and it also is a legal requirement of being here. So please do register, because it's illegal if you don't do that.
Don't do illegal.
Registering with the municipality gets you your BSN, or your Burger Service Number, which is like your citizenship number while you're here in the Netherlands. That number makes your life 100 times easier. You need it if you want to get a job, you need it if you want to get government subsidies, if you want health insurance, all of these things. So yeah, it used to be kind of complicated to register. You have to go to a meeting and all of this, but due to coronavirus, it's now super easy. There is the link on our page. We will post the link and send it to people. It's also super easy to find by Googling, just saying, if you just type Maastricht registration student into Google and click the first link that comes up, that's it. So you're registering with the municipality. This is the logo of the municipality here, just so you can make sure you're on the right website. Municipality is also called the gemeente in Dutch, just if you see that word around, you know what it means. Yeah, you have 2 months to register at the municipality, but as we'll go on and explain later, there are a load of other things that you need your BSN for that you should also do as soon as you get here. So it's a good idea to register as soon as you can.
Exactly.
So yeah, do it as soon as you get here, preferably, please. If anything happens, your BSN should arrive in the post about 2 weeks later after your meeting. Something goes wrong, you can WhatsApp the municipality and they will get in touch with you. Way easier than calling and being put on a line, easier than emailing. You just WhatsApp them and they reply really quickly. So the number is there.
Cool. We already have a couple of questions.
A couple of questions.
Coming
Let me say one thing first of all. Registering in the municipality, we always got this question. You register in the municipality of Maastricht if you live in Maastricht. If you don't live in Maastricht, don't register with the municipality of Maastricht. Basically, if you live in Belgium, you don't live in Maastricht, and thus you shouldn't register here.
Belgium does not equal Maastricht, guys.
Belgium is not Maastricht. So many people are like, if I live in Belgium, should I register in Maastricht? No, that's not where you live.
2 questions are, what's the BSN specific? And if you have sent the form to register, but they haven't got an answer yet, how much time does it usually take?
It usually takes around 2 weeks. Obviously, this is a super busy period for them. If you are concerned, I recommend using the WhatsApp number. I also had it when I first registered that my BSN got lost in the post. And I WhatsApped them and I was like, hi, I'm still waiting for this. Can you just tell me where my application is? And they said, oh, this was sent to you, so evidently there's been an issue. Come into our office this afternoon and we'll help you fix it. And then I went in and I got my BSN that afternoon. So if you are having problems and you're still wondering where it is after 2 weeks, then I would WhatsApp them. The other question
what
was...
a BSN specific is?
Oh, a BSN, it's literally your citizenship number. So it's like your ID number. And everyone in the Netherlands has one. It's the number you give the government so that they know exactly who you are. It's like your unique code for who you are in the Netherlands.
Just a number that identifies you.
It would be your national insurance number in the UK. It would be your like social security number in the US. It's that.
Somebody then asks, do I need to register even though I'm a European citizen?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Yes.
If you live here, you register.
And somebody says, can you please send the WhatsApp number, but it's in front of you at the screen.
+31 631 99 3944. This is recorded. If you need this again and you can't find it online, come back to the recording.
Come see our faces again.
Come see our faces again. You get this. What a
Now
treat.
someone asks, do I need an accommodation contract or just the address?
You should have signed the contract because, yeah, you need to be definitely living in Maastricht. And unless you've signed a contract, that isn't confirmed yet. So yes, you need a contract, and I'm pretty sure they asked for it as well. We haven't. They refused it. I tried to go through the form myself, but I have already registered, so it was kind of tricky because otherwise I'm illegally registering again, which I didn't want to do. But yes, you should be living in Maastricht. Don't register before you get here. You should be living in Maastricht. You should have the contract, and then you can do the form.
And for the exact list of documents, you will anyhow see it when you apply online. There, what everything is.
Yeah. Like go on the website, click the link. It's super
there.
easy. You don't need to see anyone in person like you used to. So do that instead.
Cool. And we continue.
Opening a bank account. If you've been here for more than 2 hours, you'll have noticed that unlike the vast majority of countries in the world, the Netherlands uses a Maastricht system way more than they use a MasterCard and a Visa system. I do not know why this happens. I can be in rural Hungary and I was able to use my MasterCard and my Visa card, but no, not in the Netherlands. So yeah, if you want to be shopping at half the shops in Maastricht, you're going to need a Maestro card. The big one to remember is that Albert Heijn, the blue supermarket, there you need a Maestro card. Don't do what I did and do a whole week's shopping, get to the checkout and realize you have no way to pay for it. It's very embarrassing.
Very awkward.
If you do need to get food before you have a Maestro card, then go to Jumbo, because then there you can use a MasterCard. So
Or
yeah,
Visa.
or a Visa, yeah, any kind of credit card, American Express, all of this. Next slide. So yeah, these are some of the most popular student banks that, that students choose to get. We've got ING, ABN AMRO, Rabobank, and there's also Bank. For most of these, you need a BSN, hence why we're saying register with the municipality and then get a bank account number, the exception to this is ING, because for them you only need your certificate of enrolment, which you can pick up from the SSC, the Student Service Centre, which we will cover later on. So for all of these, there is often a small cost for the bank. I know that ABN AMRO is like €1.30 a month or something.
The ING student accounts are also free.
Yeah, they are also free, which is why they're some of the most popular. Occasionally they have weird things of not always being in English, but that's just something you're running into.
The university helps with that as well.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
And everything.
The university made translated versions of all the letters you might get. I personally chose to go to ABN AMRO because they're much better at sending everything in English, which was really nice. I know that a lot of students from other countries are very used to being able to apply for bank accounts online. They're starting to do that with ING and ABN AMRO, but I went through the process for ABN AMRO and it only works if you already have a BSN number. And yeah, sometimes it was just a little bit tricky. It's why a lot of students ended up getting accounts with Bunk, which is the one you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner. Thank you. Bunk is cool, and you can apply for everything online. There are no offices, all of this. It was very much like Revolut or Monzo that you've seen around.
It's like the young, hip.
It's the young, hip one. However, they do not tell you, and they do not make it obvious at all. But if you want to get a Maastricht card with them, it costs you €9 a month, which is ridiculous. There are so many better things you can be spending €9 a month on: beer, books, studies, traveling,
Just beer.
more beer, precisely. They don't tell you. The card is really cool. It's very easy to get, and it's a very pretty rainbow color. But really, is it really worth €9? That's up to you to decide.
Some people definitely opt for it.
Yeah, some people get it, but ING is a good solid option, as is ABN AMRO.
Quick question between if this will be recorded.
This will be recorded. This will be recorded and put on Facebook. I think it's even being live streamed to Facebook.
And there's actually another one tomorrow.
And there's another one tomorrow. So yeah, you can see our gorgeous faces
In
at
so many
any time of night. Yes. Just while I remember something, Thomas, if you go back.
Yes.
Please, thank you. Often within your housing contract, it says that you need to have household contents insurance and personal liability insurance. We looked at a load of different options, and by far the cheapest option for most students is to get these insurances through your bank. ING and ABN AMRO both offer big student packages that make getting that insurance a lot cheaper, and it comes in a big student package, and it's all nice and easy to set up. So yeah, please look at your contract. You really do need household contents insurance. If anything happens, then you do not want to suddenly having to be replacing your laptop and doing everything, especially if there's actually been an incident or theft or whatever. And for personal liability insurance, if you're a messy drunk person, definitely a good thing to get.
Who isn't a messy drunk person?
Who isn't a messy drunk person? If you're not a messy drunk person, you're not drunk enough. So, you know. But yes, please look at your rental contract, see if you need that insurance, because 99% sure you do, and then try and get it through your bank. Government finance.
Okay, so the Netherlands is great with this. There's so many subsidies that you can apply for and that students are often also eligible for.
Because we're all poor.
We're all poor students. But for this, you do need a DigID. And for the DigID, you do need a burger service. No, a
You got
BSN.
it, you
No,
got
no,
it.
no, I'm not even going to try anymore. You need a BSN. So again, register at the municipality. It is an essential step because it just helps with everything.
Thomas is a
And yeah. So your DigID is your digital identification in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And it's to do a lot of administrative stuff online. It's really, really useful.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to cover.
Yeah,
subsidies.
so you get one by following the guide on our website. If we
yes.
haven't mentioned, Maastricht is a website. All of this is on the website. Every single thing that we will say today is on the website. The website contains the sum of all knowledge in the universe. The website must actually be blocked by your head a little bit. And if you want to get shorter, thank you. Yeah, cool.
Got it?
Yeah, my Maastricht.nl. There's a guide on our website. You get your BSN, you apply, it comes in like 2 or 3 days. It's great.
Easy peasy.
These are some of the, I keep forgetting that my hand can actually reach into this. Couldn't do it yesterday. These are some of the government subsidies that most students are somewhat eligible for. So we have the HuurToeslag, which is your rental insurance. Huur means rent. Zorgtoeslag, not rental insurance, sorry, rental subsidy. Zorgtoeslag, which is your health subsidy, that's if you want to get health insurance and you get money back from it. The BsgW remission, kwijtschelding means remission, so that is the municipal taxes. That is a bill that comes through your door, usually in like March, April time, and it says, oh, you need to pay like 424 euros in taxes for living in Maastricht. If you are a poor student, you get a remission on it, and you don't need to pay anything. It's super easy to do. We made a whole animated video about it.
Guess
that
where it
walks
is.
you through the process. It's on the website, like everything. So yeah, the BsgW video is on there. There is also studie finance, which is
Study subsidy.
Yeah,
Student subsidy.
Finance, yeah. That would cover your living costs, your tuition fees, all of that. With all of these, they really vary in how easy they are to get. So for the HuurToeslag, you need to be living in a very specific type of accommodation. You need to, it needs to be your own accommodation. You can't have a room in a student house.
You need to have like your own doorbell.
Yeah, your own
You
doorbell.
need to be below a certain price.
Yeah.
You need to be above a certain age.
Yeah, all of these things that are mentioned on our website. Because
There's guides to everything.
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 So HuurToeslag, some students can get it, some students can't. Zorgtoeslag, nearly every student can get it. As long as you're not earning more than like 30k, then you can get it. You don't even need to be from the EU. You don't need to be from the EU. You just need Dutch health insurance, which we'll cover later. And if you are earning more than 30k, you don't need help from the government. You should pay yourself. That's how society works. But yeah, student finance is by far the most difficult one to get. If you are Dutch, hurrah for you, congratulations. Then it's free because you're Dutch. If you're from outside the EU, you can't get it. Sorry, this isn't for you. If you're from the EU, you need to be working 56 hours a month. That's a lot, okay? Like, speaking from someone who did it, it's a lot to try and balance out. Don't arrive here immediately thinking that you can work 56 hours a month. Wait until after Christmas, pass your first 2 exams, and then see if you have the brain space for it. It is very rare for a single job to be able to give you that many hours a month. The few students I know that do it have 2 different jobs and they're stressed all of the time and they have a load of research to do. If
Definitely settle in first, see what you can manage.
See how you are. Student finance is amazing. It's almost 900 euros a month and you get free travel, so if you can get it, it's amazing. But it's really difficult to get hold of. But yeah, Zorgtoeslag you can definitely get. BsgW remission most people can get. So yeah, stick to those 2. chipkaart.
All right, so you don't really want to spend 3 years just in Maastricht. You want to move around as much as possible. It's a very small city, and the Netherlands is an awesome country. So for this, we recommend an chipkaart. It's basically a travel card that you can get online or at the train stations, and they work for all the buses and all the trains in the country.
The whole country,
not just Maastricht.
Maastricht.
And yeah, so you can also get some great deals. And what else is there to say about this?
Make sure you check in and check out.
Yeah, at the train station, at the bus, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you can get the personalized ones as well, with your face on them.
Who wouldn't want their face on things? Precisely. So yeah, personalized you can get a personalized one or an anonymous one. Anonymous ones are a bit cheaper, they're like €5 or something, and you can get those at the train station. The personalized ones you have to apply online. There's a guide on our website, like there is for everything. And you apply online and they cost €7.50 instead of €5. However, chip cards work as like you load money onto them and then you use that money to travel. And so if you lose your card, but it's a personal one, any credit that was left on your card just gets sent back to your bank account when you register it lost. If it's an anonymous one and you have 50 quid on that and it gets lost, sucks to be you, sorry. There are different chip cards that you can get. There is an chip card that's combined with an ISIC card, an International Student Identity Card. That one is a bit weird. You have to pay €15 for it instead of €7.50. You get, and you have to also pay a monthly subscription of €4.50. You only get 15% off, but you get 15% off of all off-peak travel. So yeah, it's nice. You can also, once you have an chip card, a personalized one, go for NS subscriptions. NS is like the public company that runs all of the
national
the national transport company. and you can get a subscription on that for €5 a month, and it will get you 40% off all off-peak travel and all weekend travel, which is amazing if you think about it. That is £5 a month, and I guarantee you go to Amsterdam once, and that is already paid for itself multiple times over.
It's a really good option.
Yeah, you can even get one for €2 a month, and it's 40% off all weekend travel. So if you're ever thinking about traveling, €2 a month, it will be gone.
And you can even get them for only a month. You don't have to.
Yeah, you get them for only a month.
Just be for 1 month, €2.
Yeah, definitely.
40% discount.
So much easier, and you can just change it and say like, oh, I don't need any discounts this month, and then it charges you €0. Goes all the way up to if you want unlimited travel all of the time, even in on-peak hours, then it's like €150 a month, which no student needs. But still, definitely a good option to check out. Help with legal documents. Do you like the meme I made? I'm very proud of it. International students be like, oh, this won't stop me because I can't read. You cannot ignore the letters that you receive in Dutch. You moved voluntarily to the Netherlands. Dutch people speak Dutch. They can send you letters in Dutch. The fact that Dutch is spoken here shouldn't really be a surprise to you.
Hopefully it's not a surprise.
Hopefully, if it is a surprise to you, I'm very concerned about you. Good luck. We have so many students who get a letter through their door that's in Dutch, and they're like, oh, I can't read this, and thus it doesn't apply to me. That is incorrect. You've moved to the Netherlands. They are entitled to send you letters in Dutch. Don't let that be a surprise to you, and don't think you can ignore it just because you can't read it. That's not a good way to be an adult. You get so many fines if you do that. The CAK and the health insurance people, if you get a letter from them within 2 months, if you don't do anything, you have a fine of €400. If you wait another 2 months, you have a fine of €800. Read the letter, do what it says, and then avoid getting €800 in fines. Same for the BsgW. If you actually read the letter and do the whole remission thing, like we made a whole animated video to show you how to do, it'll save you €424. So we in 30 seconds have saved you like €1.5 grand.
You're so welcome.
You're so welcome. It's not difficult to translate Dutch letters. Google Translate exists. Not sure if you've heard of it, but you know, it's great.
Great.
Or ask a Dutch friend, or ask your tutor, or put it on Facebook, or ask us. Or there is the International Student Help Desk. They are wonderful. They are like the in-person version of us. So while we hide behind our webinars and our Zooms and our website, the ISH are lovely Dutch people who sit in the SSE. They are students just like you, and their whole job is when you come to them and you're holding a CAK letter, they will go, okay, I can help you do what you need to do. And they will help you fill out the form. They will translate what the form says. They will do everything that they can do to help you, and they will figure it all out with you sitting next to you.
The SSE is the Student Services Center, which we will also cover later.
Everything that we talk about
is it is all on the website.
Everything's on the website. And the website is down here. We had so many people being like, oh, how, like, where is all of this information? Yeah. Like, do I just need to remember this? No, it's on the website. Everything's on the website. Health insurance. Dutch, okay, this is a kind of a complicated one. Bear with me. Dutch health insurance is mandatory in the Netherlands. If you're a Dutch person, you need health insurance. The moment you get a BSN number at the municipality, they think that you're a Dutch person who also requires health insurance, like every other person living in the Netherlands. You are exempt under this rule if you are all of these things that it says up here. If you are a student, you are not working, you are from the EU, you have an EHIC, an European Health Insurance card from your home country, and you're under 30. You have to be all of those things at once. The moment you start working, you need health insurance. If you are 29 and you turn 30, you need health insurance. All of these things. If you are exempt from this and you choose not to get health insurance and you're going to use your insurance back in your home country, that is perfectly allowed. But the CAK, who are the big organisation overseeing all of the health insurance in the Netherlands, they do not know that you are exempt. So they will contact you and they will say, excuse me, as far as we're aware, you're breaking the law and we're going to fine you unless you get health insurance. What you can do to avoid this is either when you get that letter, or you can preemptively do this. You don't need to wait until you're only 2 months away from a fine. You can do this right now, today, is you fill out this big form called the SBB form, and you send it off, and magically they're like, oh, cool, they're a student, they're exempt, it's fine. The guide for this is on this page. mymaastricht.nl/CAK in lowercase letters, don't do it in capitals.
The form is also linked on there.
Yeah, the form is linked on that. You don't even need to print out the form and do it. If you have a DigID, like we told you to get, so get your BSN and then get your DigID, and then you can do all of this online. And you click through and you do a whole online assessment and you're like, hi, I am exempt because I'm a student and I'm not working, all of this. And it's all so much easier than getting a fine and getting confused and doing that. Thomas.
So we're on a question, do you need the health insurance if you're working outside the Netherlands?
No, if you have a job that is not in the Netherlands, you do not need Dutch health insurance. You can always choose to get Dutch health insurance. So for example, I'm from the UK, we do not have an insurance policy back at home, we have the NHS and it's slightly different. And I'm also an idiot who gets injured often, and I was like, okay, this sounds really complicated, I'm just going to get Dutch health insurance because I'm allowed to, because I'm in the EU. You have to be an EU person to get Dutch health insurance. If you're from outside the EU, you need the Aon student insurance.
We should also mention that getting a job also includes unpaid internships.
Yeah,
you don't have to get paid for your job.
Yeah.
Anything count, like, yeah.
Yeah, so if you decide to get Dutch health insurance, there is again a guide on our website, and we talk you through all of it. We show you the best comparison website. We tell you all the things that you should put in, the things you should consider. But yeah, you can get Dutch health insurance. And then also that is obviously a way of avoiding a fine from the CAK, because then you're not illegal to them. Dutch health insurance is often between 100 and 110 euros per month. That sounds terrifyingly high, don't worry. You can get the Zorgtoeslag, which covers 100 euros a month of the cost.
And it's really easy to get.
It's super easy to get. I guarantee you, you're most likely eligible for it, but you do need a DigID and a Dutch bank account. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Government subsidies only work to Dutch bank accounts.
Actually,
do you? Yeah, you do.
I have Revolut, and it works for the insurance that I got here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just student finance, because I know that one they have no issue with. But yeah,
it has worked.
It's always a good idea to get a bank account.
Yeah, definitely get a bank account.
But yeah, it means that your health insurance at the end of the day only costs, 5, 8 euros, and it can make your life a lot easier. Obviously, we have a load of students who live in Aachen, and they're not working. They keep their German health insurance. If they do need to go to the GP, they get on the bus and go back home. Or if you live a bit further away but you don't get injured often, you just take your European health insurance card, you go to the doctors, you give them that card, and they give you the bill, and you send that bill back to your home country. So yeah, figure out what system is better to you. This is one of the most complicated things that students have to deal with, but we're here to help you. Okay. Thomas, you have questions?
Can you once again explain what EHIC is?
Okay. EHIC is your European health insurance card. If you are from an EU country, including the UK, still in there right now, then you get your EHIC card, and you really should have brought it with you to the Netherlands. If you haven't, get your mum to post it to you. And if you don't think you have one, but you have an insurance card from your home country, and your home country's in the EU, then look on the back of it, because it probably has the EHIC on that instead. Your EHIC card is the thing that saves you when you go to the hospital in the Netherlands, because you need to give them something showing that you're insured. If you don't have one and you're from the EU, then you don't come under this. So immediately get one as quickly as you can, or get Dutch health insurance.
And the very specific questions, someone has an insurance through the scholarship institute, how can they clarify that they are from outside the EU?
If you are from outside the EU, then you should have student insurance. Yeah, if you're from outside the EU, you can't get Dutch health insurance, you should have student insurance. Sounds as though you're already kind of covered with your scholarship thing, but yeah, that is a different situation.
When it's very specific, you can turn to the International Student Help Desk, and they will be able to help you with it.
Yeah, if it's specific, so just so I can make sure you can hear it, because I know Thomas is behind the microphone. If it's really specific, email us, and we can see if we can help you. And if we can't help you, we'll pass it on to people who can. The International Student Help Desks that we just mentioned, they're lovely, and they're really used to dealing with like crazy specific cases. So there's always people who can help you. It's your ex-boyfriend.
Garbage.
I've made that joke 4 times. I'm still liking it.
Alright, so garbage is one that for me personally was like, what is going on? So
super complicated.
Super complicated, but it doesn't have to be, because we've got us, and we're here to help and to explain. So there are several
cool older sisters teaching you about trash.
Drinking coffee, eating bly. Anyways, there are recycling points all throughout the city where you can see these beautiful dustbins, where you can put your different types of paper, your glass, and your P&D, which is plastic, metal, and
Drinking cartons.
So that's for recycling, and you can just put that there. And then you've got your organic waste, which goes in a little green bin that the municipality will provide for you if you live here. You can just request one. You need a Milieu card, and this is another really important thing, which is the Milieu app, which we 100% recommend you download to your phone right now or when this webinar ends. It is beautiful and amazing, and it explains everything in detail. It has a calendar where you can see what days the trash gets picked up from your place. And that includes this organic waste bin where you can put all your food scraps, anything that's bio, anything that's organic, and then you just leave it out on the street and it gets picked up.
The app is amazing.
The app is amazing.
It works in Dutch, it works in English. If you hear like, oh, the municipality, the local government has made an app, we were there like, okay. And actually it's really, really impressive.
Someone loves the environment.
Someone really loves the
really
environment.
loves that app.
They put a lot of effort into it.
That is their...
You can type in any random item you can think of and it'll give you a full guide on how to recycle it.
I was actually testing this the other day. I was like,
Yeah.
how far can I take this? It had the most specific items in there. It's incredible. It's like a whole list of things and where that belongs.
A very great question, which we are also tackling in our video about garbage disposal. So how do you make organic waste not attract bugs?
I did a little research into this. Oh, grand. So, first of all, the little green bin that you get given, it locks, which is great, right? So, the moment you put anything in there, it's a good idea just to lock it, and that will stop any fruit flies getting in. It's like a whole process. Like, obviously, it's always going to be this many, it's old food, but you can definitely mitigate it. When you're in your kitchen, you can buy small bags at Albert Heijn and Jumbo that are compostable plastic bags. Don't buy actual plastic bags, that's useless. You can't compost plastic, that really defeats the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're getting confused, ask a store attendant, but they usually have eco or something else on there. I actually put links to all of them on the website because I was being very nice. So yeah, if you were really confused, go on the website and link to the bags that you should get, and they're compostable. So when you're making food scraps in your kitchen, from cooking your
you're making food.
When you're making food and producing food
as a
scraps.
side product.
I'm making food scraps today.
What do you have for like food scraps?
Oh, nice.
That is ultimate recycling.
Ultimate recycling. When you're making food scraps, put your food scraps in your new little compostable bags. Then when you're done, you can tie them up and take them. We recommend putting your green bin in like your bike shed or something, or somewhere cool, somewhere shady. And then in your green bin, you can line it with newspaper, you can line it with old paper, you can line it with your study notes and your textbooks if you're really having like one of those kind of days. And you can line it with all this paper, and then you're putting in these compostable plastic bags.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully at that stage, you've got paper, everything is in a bag, and if it's in a nice shady place, it won't get too gross. These things get collected once a week. As we said, you can download the Milieu app and it will tell you exactly when it's getting collected. But yeah, the whole combination of that, and if it's getting emptied once a week and you maybe like clean it, scrub it down every now and again, it should be okay.
The Milieu app also has tips on all of this, and they actually recommend wrapping certain things like old meat and things like this in like newspaper before you put it in the little bin. They even recommend, if you can, to like leave the scraps out for a few hours at least, so that they dry a little bit, so that they're not in there like all like soggy and everything.
I mean, honestly, if your bin is in your bike shed, you don't need to worry about it too much. You can really lock it. You shouldn't be worried about that and getting in there or anything.
Also, layer paper in between. So if you drop something one day, at the end of the day, just put some paper on top of it and start the next day, and that also really helps.
Yeah, definitely. There was something else that I was just about to say. No, forgot. Okay.
Milieu app is great.
Milieu app is
That's all you need to know. Go back to all you need to know. Download it right now.
Yeah.
And the last thing, after you've gone through all this process, you have recycled your P&D, your glass, and your paper, and you have gotten rid of your food scraps or eaten them, you have the rest of the stuff that is left over, which you put in these red bags. These are special bags. You have to get them if you want to get rid of any waste that's not recyclable, and the municipality picks them up. Also, it's on the calendar on the Milieu app. The thing about these is that they are not cheap.
Expensive
They
as
are
hell.
too expensive, but it's on purpose because the municipality wants you to recycle. They don't want you to be buying too many of these bags because it means you're just not recycling your trash and you're filling these up instead. So they are supposed to be expensive because of that. You can get them at the counters in the supermarkets where you would buy cigarettes. And yeah, in here goes everything that you were not able to recycle. So recycle as much as possible so you don't have to spend more than €1 per bag.
It's literally €11.50 for like 10 bags or something.
Not worth it. Just recycle, be kind to the environment, be kind to your wallet.
Save the
Win-win.
planet.
Save the
Save
planet.
money.
And then there's also the calendar on the Milieu app. To
Get the Milieu app immediately the moment you stopped watching our faces, because it's amazing. I was going to say, I once had someone ask me, like, do I need to be buying newspaper in order to be lining the bag, in order to be lining the green bins? No, there are a bunch of free newspapers in the city if you look out for them. Just keep an eye out. Read the newspaper first, and then
That's a good idea.
Just,
Or
you know,
use your scrap paper.
Yeah,
Even
use
better,
your scrap
so you don't have to
paper.
actually get paper
Yeah.
to recycle it.
journal out all of your feelings and then cathartically crumple it up and put it at the bottom of your
Or
bin.
just angrily rip out your notes when you're done with your exams. It's
Precisely.
really, really good.
Thomas.
There is actually not a question, but I have done a question which came in yesterday and I thought it was very helpful.
Thomas is asking questions, having been here for 8
Two
years.
things, what would then actually go in the garbage bags? And the other thing is, what do you do with larger items?
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Okay.
What does go in the garbage bags? It's not much,
I don't
honestly,
even
at the
know.
end of the day.
You
Like,
should be able to recycle most things. That's the point.
the whole point is that you should be using these as little as possible.
There are some elements though that are not splittable or so.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have, I can't really think of any, but certain things that contain both paper and plastic or something like this that you can't really split them apart, or like metal with plastic or something like this, that would go in these bags. And for larger items, you can actually contact the municipality and they will pick them up for you, depending on what it is. And I
But it
think
costs
it's for
quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's like €25 for them to come do that for a medium-sized item, and €40 for anything bigger.
And then
You can also get a waste pass. You can request one through the Milieu app, which is just, the fountain hall.
or you might already have one. Your
Your
accommodation might
house
already
should have one. So ask your roommates.
Um,
You obviously need a car to go and do that, but there are dumps around the city.
So you access the dumps, like the dump sites,
Yeah.
where you can actually drop these big things off with your Milieu card.
Yeah.
And you can leave them there. Or if it's something that is like furniture that is still in pretty good condition, you can contact the pronunciation. Kringlo.
It's like the
Bracelet
second-hand
for
store.
Dutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, secondhand stores, and if it's in a pretty good condition, they will actually come and pick it up for you.
Yeah.
And take it off your hands.
If they think they can sell it, they'll pick it up for free.
Or sell it yourself.
Or sell it yourself. Get
Facebook
the money
groups,
yourself.
sharing,
Yeah.
caring, all these groups.
The Kringlo often has slightly, it's bad to say the Kringlo often has slightly lower standards than students, but like,
Do they?
do they? I don't think they do.
Students can get pretty low now.
Yeah, just students are more likely to, the Kringlo actually has like a big van with the purpose of going to pick things up.
Mm.
So if you're selling something huge that most students can't pick up, the Kringlo probably can, but you're not going to get paid for it. But it's cheaper than the municipality picking it up. 'cause it's free.
Students will lug things around though. If you just post something for free on Facebook,
Yeah,
chances are there is someone who is willing to break their back carrying it home. Go check it out.
SSC.
SSC, so this is what we were talking about before, the Student Services Center. And they're a group of very nice people who do a very good job at helping you with any sort of career advice, admin problems, languages, and just things about the university in general. So you can just go to them, ask them all your questions, and they're actually very centrally located. What else? They've got a great coffee place. You can go have some nice coffee, and the people are super, super nice.
Always just look at the website. You'd be really surprised by the amount of stuff that they offer.
Mm.
Like psychological support isn't just one psychologist sitting there trying to help you. They had really specific like group sessions for a really wide range of things. It's completely free to sign up for.
Mm.
Career advice isn't just one lonely career advisor sitting there. It was like workshops, and they'd help you write your CV, and you do a load of different stuff.
Mm.
Even if you're like, I actually went to one, and I am very clear-sighted on what I want to do, and I've been given a lot of career advice in my life, and I have like a good idea, and I still went, and I was like, oh wow, this was super helpful and really enjoyable. And often they are very enthusiastic about their job, a lot more than like, I don't know, I had maybe not like a negative opinion, but I was prepared to be. neutral about
Usually,
it. And
yeah.
then I was so shocked by how enthusiastic they were, how willing they were to help, and I had a really good time.
I really
So,
do. This is something that I think a lot of the time I get shocked by here. I don't know if it's just this university, the cities, whatever, or the Netherlands in general, but people really do seem like they care. I've also had career advice sessions, and you know, the person on the other side was always, and they had to be over the phone because even though it was over the phone, the person on the other side was always extremely helpful and really, really like listening to what I was saying. So they are great over there. Definitely check it out.
The enthusiasm is really infectious. Yeah. Thomas doesn't have a question. Shocking. Go explore. Once all of the boring adult stuff is out of the way and your life is no longer illegal and without any money, then you can start going to explore. We have a whole load of pages on our website. We have our sports section, we have our community section, and these two list every single sports club in Maastricht, whether it's run by students, whether it's run by locals, and also every other community activity, ranging from student organizations to initiatives within the city and everything in between. We've literally found all of them and listed all of them with their contact details, their websites. All of them are tagged so that you can like search for things that you might like. There's even a little animation that asks you certain questions and will kind of present to you the options at the end that are really interesting.
There's so many of them.
There's so many of them, like all of these wonderful options. There's everything. There's UM Sports, which is the big overarching sports organisation. Studium Generale, which is the super academic lectures that are all free to get into. There are social organisations like Kaleido is a social organisation for international students wanting to get to know people, as is SV Kolka, Refugee Project Maastricht, Amnesty International. This is really just a tiny selection of logos that I thought looked cool that I wanted to put on the slide. There's 100 different options, all about the aesthetics.
But there's definitely something out there for you. There are so many different things, and for all kinds of interests and things to be into.
The map.
The map. All right.
This is so good. I know you're being like, why do I need a map? Google Maps exists. You're wrong. This is amazing.
This is Google Maps on steroids, basically. Because a lot of love and effort and work has gone into this beautiful map that you see right here. And it has been curated by students, for students, by Grace right here as well.
Me and Amanda and Thomas.
You and Thomas. You guys have done a great job on this. Actually, like, we still use the map, and
I still use the map. I live here.
Grace.
I made it.
Grace
still
is
use
literally
it.
an encyclopedia of information on Maastricht, and she will still use this map. So yeah, it's basically divided into these sections that you see right there. And within those sections, you can find all the best recommended places in the city, whether it's to go eat, to go drink.
Yeah, should we just run through them? Because I'm not sure if people can read that.
For sure.
So there's activities, and there's all of the sports places within the city. And a load of other things. There's culture, which is all of the museums, all of the theatres, all that kind of stuff. Health, which is if you need a doctor and you're trying to find a nice student-friendly doctor that's near your house, then we locate all the doctors. You can just zoom out, find the close one to you. Other, which was the university building and some other stuff. Places to eat. This is the really big one. This map used to be every single cafe and restaurant in the city. And like I would look at it and be like, oh, but this is useless, you know. They was recommending to me a 2 Michelin star place that I can't afford, or a cafe that I know is like sounded grotty that I didn't really want to go to. So what we did was we asked every single person we could think of. We were putting up Facebook polls, we were doing Instagram polls, and now every single cafe, restaurant, and bar on there is a personal recommendation from students. They are the best places in the city. They are cheap. They are really nice. There is like a wide range. There are some that are like a little bit fancy if you're feeling bougie for one night. There are the best places to drink. There are no random, really grotty places that will give you food poisoning. There are no places that are super expensive that you can't afford. It is our personal recommendations from the My Maastricht team to you.
We have eaten at the shitty places. So
we have eaten there so that you don't have to. We have spent too much money without realizing so that you don't have to. Another really important thing is that we have the sustainability section on here. So we collaborated with Maastricht for Climate, which is a climate organisation in the city. And we got their recommendations on what they thought were good places to go eat and drink. So if you want stuff that's biologic or organic, or if you want stuff that's very locally sourced, then check out those. Groceries, so all the non-waste, zero-waste supermarkets, and the thrift stores of the city. So
Yeah.
We have tried to think of everything.
There's so much.
Everything you find on there is like our personal recommendation.
As someone who has actually sat on Google Maps, looking at places, reading reviews, this is exactly the kind of thing that you want. It's really just.
When your
so
friend
perfectly
says,
made.
"Hey, should we go get coffee?" Go, "Sure," and
Go
then
to
look
the
at the
map.
map. I still look at the map.
The map
It's
is the
amazing.
equivalent of the Milieu app, but for social stuff.
Yes.
Milieu app, map. All you
Doing
two.
amazing.
And the rest of the website, of course.
And the website.
So then earlier somebody asked if there are vegetarian and vegan restaurants we can
There are
recommend.
many.
They also among their in sustainability category in the food and drinks, these restaurants have a lot of vegetarian and vegan options.
Yeah, definitely. There are loads of places. I mean, like this is the very city centre, and you can see like 7 different places in the city centre alone. So
Cool.
loads of options. I mean, Maastricht is often quite a vegetarian friendly place.
Yeah, I think there's.
I've never
definitely-
been to a restaurant and then not been vegetarian.
No, they're pretty good at it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bike time! Welcome to the Netherlands. Every single person has a bike. If you want to join in on the culture, if you want to get home safe, if you want, not that you wouldn't be safe getting home otherwise. You know,
It's safe. It's a safe place.
it's a
as well,
safe place. If you want to get to university on time and not miss your lecture, which is probably a much more pressing concern, you probably need a bike. Everyone has a bike. Your friends, when they're going out partying, they're going to be going on their bikes. You don't want to be left behind.
Learning how to ride a bike drunk is an essential skill.
It is an essential skill.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do it. Don't do it.
That's all
But it is an
message.
essential skill.
You're not supposed to ride your
You're not
bike
supposed to
drunk.
ride your
It's like, please be sensible, be careful. It is an essential skill. You can get a bike through bike shops. There are plenty in the city. We recommend some to you. Student bike Maastricht as well. Like there's lots of different options. There are also a load of Facebook groups that are available. Buying, selling bikes in Maastricht is like the really big one. Please be careful not to buy a stolen bike. It is a criminal offence in the Netherlands. It is, it is against the law. You get a fine, you get your bike taken away from you. And if you are ever considering getting citizenship in this country, then it is a black mark against you that is very tricky to get out.
So it goes in your permanent record.
It really does go on your permanent criminal record. It's not a good thing to do.
Even if you do it inadvertently?
Yeah, even if you do it inadvertently, because it's really easy to check if a bike is stolen. You just look at the frame number, which will be somewhere on the bike. It's on the frame of the bike, it has a number. And then you can check it against this big database, which we link to on our website, as we do with everything. You just type in the number and it will come up with whether that bike has been registered stolen recently. If it has, it's a stolen bike, and if you buy it, it's illegal. It's really easy to spot whether a bike has been stolen because it will be a really nice bike for 20 euros. Bikes don't cost 20 euros, they cost 50 euros.
They're usually sold by a sketchy person.
They don't cost 50 euros, but depending on it.
You could buy a decent student bike for
Less than 70 euros.
less, yeah.
But definitely more than like.
If you're buying a bike for less than like 50 or 60 euros, then it's stolen. Like, let's just be realistic. So please do be careful. There are also swap feats that are really popular with students. If you'll have been outside of Maastricht for more than 30 seconds, can you click the photo through?
Yes.
If you've been outside of Maastricht for more than 30 seconds, you'll have noticed bikes with a blue front wheel. It's a swap feats. You pay a monthly subscription and they give you a bike, and then if that bike breaks, they will come and fix it for free. Even if it's as simple as the tire going down, they will come and fix it for free. I once completely bent the front mudguard, it snapped off, the front tire twisted. The guy looked at it and went, I have no idea how you do this, and just gave me another bike.
Remember when you
That's
said
how it
you always get yourself injured?
There we go, that was me. So yeah, it is obviously more expensive in the long run than buying a bike. It is, you get a student discount, but it's still like 9 euros a month, I think. It might have gone up to 12 actually. Yeah,
It's
12, it's 12 euros a month.
Okay.
But they will fix everything for you. And if you're very bad at changing tires, like me, or if you ride over broken glass very often, like me, then you very quickly learn to, I like that student bike.
It's not a question, but maybe you can tell something what you should avoid doing on the bike.
Of course, you should avoid riding your bike at night. You should avoid riding your We are going to begin the sentence again to see if it goes any better. You should avoid riding your bike at night without any lights, because it is very dangerous and very illegal. Very finable for starters, and like just don't do it. That's really dumb. So yeah, if the police catch you, they will fine you instantly, and the fine is really big. The fine is
it's like 65 euro.
yeah, which
60,
isn't
65
fun.
euro now.
if you are using your phone on your bike, that is the same as using your phone on your car. The police will stop you and they will fine you. Doesn't matter if you're holding it for Google directions, they will stop you, they will fine you. Even if you are, you know, you're like going really slowly and you're just kind of going along the street trying to find where your friend's address is, get off and look at your phone when you're standing next to your bike, not sitting on it, because it is really fineable. Do not ride your bike through the city centre, also fineable. The signs say the times, so it's like until 11 AM in the morning you can ride your bike through the city centre, but after that you can't, and after 6 o'clock in the evening, but on Thursdays after 9 o'clock in the evening.
I think it's actually the normal shopping hours. So
yeah,
in the week I think it's 10 till 6, and on Thursdays 10 to 9.
I know it's 11 because I had class at 11 and I would ride my bike through and everyone would get angry at me, and the hand-tapping guy stopped me and I showed him the sign and the sign says 11.
Okay.
So maybe it's not a good moral thing to do, but I absolutely know because I used to make
You can just get off your bike, walk it through that little section, and then continue biking.
Yeah, you can't do that if you're really late for class, which was me constantly. But yeah. Top 5 things to do. Go for it.
Okay, so number 1, register with the municipality. Get your BSN number. It is your lifesaver in this country.
It makes your life easier, and it makes your life not illegal.
Do it for your own sake, not because of the law, for just to make yourself.
Yeah. And if you have no morals, do it for the municipality, because it's a legal requirement of being.
Well, yeah, it's a good idea in the legal sense, of course. Number 2, get a bike. Definitely get a bike. It's just so much easier as well. These are all the things that will make your life easier.
Yeah.
Getting a bike is definitely one of them and up there on the list. Number 3, open a bank account. Like we said, useful for so many things. Do not go to Albert Heijn without a maestro. It's really, really awkward.
So embarrassing.
So yeah, you learn the hard way. You do it once, you never do it again. So if you want to learn, do it once.
You can use cash until you have a bank account.
Yeah.
You can just try and avoid places that don't let you have a maestro card. But especially with coronavirus, cash is now like no-go. So
yeah.
careful.
Number 4, explore your neighborhood. Maastricht has so much to offer. Use the map.
Use the map.
Use the map. Go to our website. There's recommendations.
Yeah.
And yeah, just get to know the place. Enjoy a little bit aside from studying, because there is so much to do and so much to see and so many nice places to eat and drink.
Yeah.
And have nice coffee.
Classes haven't started yet. Use the time while you have it.
I've got 5 days. Number 5, join a group and have fun. Like we said, there's so many of them. All of your interests will be covered because there is bound to be something that you like and that fits your needs. Yeah. So definitely check out the groups also on the website.
Yeah. I don't know a single student who spent 3 years in Maastricht without joining some kind of group. I've been in like 4 different sports clubs the whole time I've been here.
They suck you in.
Great. They drag you in.
They do. And
they love you and they're friends with you and you're like, oh, how dare you.
Yes,
this was a wonderful decision.
Yeah, and they're super international. A lot of them are. So yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah. Overwhelmed? That's okay.
That was a lot of info.
That was a lot of information.
We understand.
We've been there too. I think that's something really good to get across. We are also students who've been there too. I remember how freaking scary it was and how terrifying.
We still are there. I still am there in a lot of things, to be honest.
Yeah, you are. I've been here a while. I'm not scared. It's fine. I have all of this information in my head already.
Yes, you are.
I am the oracle, just
just blurting out information about Maastricht.
Someone scares me, I just start researching how much the HuurToeslag is. If you are confused, everything is on our website. I can't repeat that enough. Everything is on the website.
And it's so easy. It's so simple.
The website's really nicely laid out. We've got a load of effort into it. The website is beautiful and everything is on the website.
And the articles are not really long. You can really get your information straight up, not having to read a million things before you actually get what you want.
Though you should read all of it because it's amazing.
Oh, read all of it, but you know that when something says the title, it's just going to be the title. You're not going to have a million other things shoved in.
We're not some random recipe blog that starts off with a message about their grandma. Yeah, no. You can get in contact with us in 100 different ways, 4 different ways. So we have our Facebook, facebook.com/mymaastricht. Our Instagram, come follow us, we're at mymaastricht. Come follow us, we're amazing. You get to see photos of us being fun and doing awesome things and being jealous. But we also post a load of super informative content. Currently we are going through all of the different sports clubs in the city, so you can check out our stories if something interests you. And if ever we find out about something cool that students should be doing, or something that we think students should know about, it's always on our Instagram or Facebook. You can also email us at info@mymaastricht.nl and it will go directly to me or Thomas. Or you can just, and it will go to Fran once I've left in a month. And if that isn't enough for you, you can text us. You can text us on WhatsApp, and the number is here. The number is also on our Instagram. The number is also on our Facebook, so I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Do not call the number. It goes through to Amanda's phone. Amanda is our social media coordinator. She's in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Don't call it. She'll be grumpy. But you can text her any time of day or night. She'll usually reply because she's usually awake till like 3 AM doing her thesis. But yes, and then we will help you sort out all of your problems.
And I think one important thing is that even if we don't have an answer for you, we will put you in touch with someone who does. So
Definitely.
we will do our best. We will go that extra step to make sure that you can get everything you need so that your experience is as enjoyable as possible, which it will be. It will be great.
It will be explained to you.
Given to you by the Oracle.
Given to you by Oracle 1 and Oracle in
Oracle
Training.
2. Hair buddies.
Hair buddies. Hair buddies, Oracle buddies.
Nice. Yeah, there are no more open questions.
Okay, no more questions?
That's great.
No.
We usually do questions for another half an hour.
That's true, but today we only had about 120 viewers. And Thomas, who was also again from the International Student Help Desk, was also live and answered a lot of questions. So
Thomas 1,
Thomas 2.
yes. So thank you, I guess.
Awesome.
All right. Thank
Excellent.
you guys.
If you have any more questions, get in contact. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We're very cool. But yeah, it was lovely doing this. Best of luck. If you see us in town, say hi.
Say hi.
Scare us by being like, oh my
Hello.
god, hi, I know who you are. And it's like, we have no idea who you are. You're behind a camera this whole time. But yes,
In your pajamas.
in your pajamas.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.